Welcome to Listertainment, the channel with the most deceptive name in all of YouTube. And we're back for another video about cocky guys challenging pros or very highly trained fighters because they think they have a chance. I mean, I wish we could see that video where a regular person challenges a pro to a legit sparring session and somehow gets in a lucky shot that gets them the victory. But that will never happen since the pros are not really trying during these sessions, and if things did get serious, they would turn it on and simply end the match in seconds. If you happen to enjoy this video, please give it a like in order to satisfy the like-loving algorithm. Also, make sure to subscribe and turn on those post notifications. Let's get started. Don't know much about this video, but it's pretty clear who the challenger is. The original video says that this guy claims to be a kung fu teacher and is obviously a fake master, as he is soundly beaten in this match. At least this guy keeps his hands up to protect his face, but in the end that is his downfall, since he is beaten with body kicks that completely destroy his confidence. This guy didn't land a single shot in this match, and he barely threw about 2 punches, while the professional was showing his entire arsenal. I wonder if it's easier to try to take on an orthodox pro or a fighter with a very unorthodox style, because YouTuber Houston Jones decided to take on Stephen Wonderboy Thompson to a sparring session, and well, he got hit quite a bit. Of course, this is just a sparring session, but you could see the huge difference in knowing distances, because Thompson could easily avoid most of the shots from Jones, and then was able to land his counter perfectly. Also, the difference in conditioning is obvious, as Jones can barely talk at the end of the video. This guy is challenging an expert striker, and well, he ended up with a bloody mouth, obviously. This guy is Dorian Biopierre, and he owns this gym called Elite Boxing Fitness Center, and this guy drove 1 hour to challenge him to a sparring match.
You alright? Who's gonna get you hurt in boxing? Come on, let's work. Let's fucking work. Come on, let's work.
This guy talked a ton of crap before the match, saying that he was in and out of jail and was looking for a place to train, but wanted to challenge the coach first. And he said that he would kick his ass. But he got beat so easily, and he had such terrible footwork and such bad punching technique that he got beat with about 10 punches.
Let's work with someone. Let's work. Let's work, baby.
He got dropped twice in the first 2 punches. Why would you ever do this? Who have you beat to think that you can box? They must have been drunk or handicapped, because there is just no way that this guy has ever won a fight. The guy in the white pants is the so-called Tai Chi master named Chen Young, and he challenged the awesome Shu Xiaodong, who likes to expose these idiots, and he does it again. This master blamed everything, except for his own crappy abilities, of course. From the sun blinding him, to the octagon being too soft, and that he didn't have any time to train. But come on, man, you're a master, you should be ready. That being said, this master got clocked 3 times, and then he quit. That's all it took. The only hard hit was the low kick. The punch was a mix between a hook and a jab, but it didn't look that strong. Also, why do you have your hands extended like this? They're even in a closed fist, so you can't even grab his hands. Just terrible. The guy in Camel Pants is actually 18. He is 16 years old and turned pro recently, and here he was challenged by this guy. I don't know what the story is, but the grown-up gets beat badly. The challenger is not the worst challenger I have ever seen, but he does throw some wild haymakers that leaves him completely exposed to the counter shots, which the boxer lands perfectly. Then the ending to the sparring session is pretty weird. I think he legit got hurt by that body shot, because he didn't get tripped and he didn't slip either. It looked to be a glancing shot, but it landed good enough for him to take the knockdown. Magnus Midbill is a professional climber and a YouTuber, and in 2019 he got the bright idea to make a video challenging an amateur MMA fighter and Andreas Lodoen. They basically did all grappling, and Andreas was able to make Magnus tap out a ton of times. I love this part where Magnus is trying his best to keep a hold of Andreas' head, trying to get a guillotine. But Andreas just patiently grabs his hand so he can't get the full hold and gently starts working himself under Magnus until he loses the hold. Then they get into this position where Magnus thinks he can choke him out, but Andreas is working from the bottom and he gets his own chokehold. Even when you think you might get a good position, the pro is just setting you up. We have all seen these young guys who have been training for a while, and they start to get real cocky because they can beat the other people in their class. They get so cocky that they want to test themselves against the trainer. Well, this guy got taught a lesson real fast. The old guy is Otis Pimpleton, who was a pro boxer in his younger days. But it only took one body shot to get this young guy to start running around the ring. Dang dude, Otis wasn't playing around. He was throwing some dangerous shots and landed some great body punches. Lucky for the kid that he missed some of those headshots. Marines are trained in combat, but not as much as a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner, and that's what we have here with this girl. The Marine was pretty much going all out, but this girl's technique is amazing, and she is working her ass off to make him look dumb. Then he really tries to win the match. That slam is freaking powerful. He was trying to knock her out right there, and it would have succeeded against a ton of other people, but she tucked herself in and never hit her head, which allowed her to get the win with a rear naked chokehold. Thompson is a YouTuber now and does a lot of collaborations where he just simply beats the crap out of other YouTubers.
It's nothing. I'm invincible. I take milk.
Here, Sensei thought that he wouldn't feel any of his hits, but Thompson was free to throw and he landed some great shots, including this spinning back kick. Also, since Sensei was taking the hits well, he started going to the knees and they were starting to buckle even with all that padding. Let's end with a great and very unorthodox MMA fighter, Sean OMalley, accepting a challenge from one of his Twitch subscribers to a 3-round fight. This is a fan, so OMalley obviously wasn't going to go all out, but he did show him his incredible foot movement and made him go flying into the fence a couple of times. I just like how OMalley leaves his head hanging out there, giving the fan a chance to hit him, but even then, he is unable to land anything good. And of course, he is just setting him up for something good, which he easily lands on him. This guy does go all 3 rounds, but he is pretty much gassed after the first 2 minutes in the first round. And this is a pretty great subscriber perk given out by a streamer, probably the best out there. I don't know if we are ever going to see a real fight between a YouTuber and a pro fighter. I know Jake is going to box Ben, but Ben is not a boxer. I would like to see a YouTuber go against a real boxer, and maybe all these terrible challenges will end, or maybe men will just get more outlandish. Thanks for watching this video. See you next time.